All right, we got 6 in the waiting room.
Great. Okay, is everybody, again, I'm having trouble kind of seeing everybody with my screen share. So is at least the executive committee all here?
Yes.
Thanks, Adam. Then let's go ahead and get started.
All right, letting everybody in. And here they come.
Excellent. Hello, everyone. We'll give it about 20 seconds and we'll get started. Okay, well, thanks everyone for joining us today for our MPI-CAC 2023 annual meeting. We have a lot of great stuff to discuss with you today. My name is Heather Brown. I'm the current chapter president of MPI, and today we will be going through the fiscal year. The fiscal year ends on June 30th, and we will be reporting out by department. We have a lot of really great progress to discuss with everyone today. But I would like to start, first of all, with thanking our amazing annual partners for the year. A huge thank you to Visit Raleigh, who was also our Hall of Fame Award winner this year, Deja Views, Pixelated, Lake Lawn Resort, Kalahari Resorts and Conventions, Vancouver, Edward Fox Photography and Video, Bowery and Bash, Pond Ripple Media, Fig Media, U.S. Poker and Casino Parties, Visit Fort Worth, Edward Fox Photography and Video, and Game Show Gurus. You've all been amazing partners over the last year, and we're really grateful. I'd also like to send a huge thank you to our 2022-2023 Board of Directors. As you will hear throughout the meeting today, the team has worked really, really hard this last year, and we've made so much progress towards recovery since the pandemic. So big strides made this year, and I'm excited for everyone to hear about the progress. So here is our current board for the next 22 days. We would also like to say a huge thank you to some of our outgoing board members: Anita Rodriguez, Tanya Michigan, Ali Shebeck, Heather Worthen, and Stephanie Swaney. Your hard work this year is incredible, and you've done some amazing things for the chapter. We'll miss you, and looking forward to working with you on the committees that you're going to join next year. So thank you, everyone. And then, of course, our immediate past president, Jeanette Kilray. The office of the president is a 3-year role. It's a huge commitment, and we're grateful for Jeanette's energy, for the time that she's given the chapter, and for her leadership. So thank you, Jeanette. Okay, so in the beginning of this year, and for many of you, you might not know, our year actually begins about 6 months before the fiscal year even starts. We do an annual meeting, typically in the spring, where we finalize budgets and business plans for the next year. This board really saw an opportunity to rebuild after the pandemic. You know, there were opportunities presented to us to, reclaim financial stability, increasing membership numbers, rebuilding our committees, so our board no longer had to work as super chairs, and then infusing idea into all aspects of the chapter. So really some lofty goals, and I'm excited to say that, we accomplished all of those goals presented in the business plan. Everyone stayed very focused, and so much progress was made. We also, had a lot of challenges this year. I mean, it's no surprise to anyone that the state of the industry continued to be volatile. People had new jobs. Business bouncing back was it was busy. There was a lot of travel, and proud to say that everybody, kept their goals as a priority, and we worked through the challenges together as a team. We also tried some new things this year. We reimagined our event calendar. Some things worked, some things didn't, but we really took some chances to get the chapter back on track. And without further ado, I will pass this along to Erica Johnson, VP of Finance, and Adam Tangway, Director of PDC, to give us some update on the numbers.
Thanks, Heather. Welcome, everyone. So Adam and I, when we started the year, had the lofty goal of rebuilding a committee that stood at 0. And I'm happy to say we stand at about 7 members right now. So well done. That's mostly to Adam for his tenacity, and to membership committee and everyone just for coming out to events and meeting with us. I'm also happy to say we exceeded our sponsorship goal. We also created a master prospectus for our sponsors, kind of one big menu, so we're not going from lots of small decks, but it's one easy thing for people to read so they can see everything we offer throughout the year. And again, that's all thanks to the awesome Adam Tangway, our chapter leader of the year, and the PDC committee. We also partnered with membership to create a program that goes directly to potential sponsors and new members and helps funnel them to sponsorship opportunities as well as committees. And one thing I did not put on here, but I'm really happy to say, at the beginning of the year, we had the very lofty financial goal of making money, which we hadn't done since pre-pandemic. Halfway through the year, we thought maybe that was too ambitious, so we adjusted that goal to come in at a net loss. And I'm very pleased to say not only did we meet our original goal, we far surpassed it. Adam, do you have anything to add? I'm going to keep this quick.
Just real quick, want to thank the Partnership Development Committee. They have a bunch of really committed people that are excited to dig in further and see what our sponsors need, and just continue helping everybody out, making this business work.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Finance and PDC. I'm going to watch your segment over again and over again because it gives me goosebumps. Great work this year. And let's hop over to Heather Worthen, our Vice President of Membership, and Katrina Whaley, our Director of Membership.
Good morning, everybody. So membership committee, we absolutely crushed it this year. We have a really robust committee full of dedicated, hardworking, and loyal people, which is amazing. We set up some pretty big goals for this year, and I'm happy to say that in terms of our business plan, we're pretty much at 100%. Our biggest shining moment of the year is we increased membership. This was taken about mid-May, but we just got the complete May numbers in. So we've increased membership again, close to 10% over last year. We're coming in at 9.36, which is amazing. We've welcomed more than 130 new members throughout the year. And we've also increased our member retention rate by 10%, starting at 65.7 and bumping that up to over 75%, which is phenomenal. We really tried to connect with our members and make a more conscious effort with that. So we started a welcome email. So as soon as somebody signed up for membership, we sent them an email welcoming them to the chapter within 24 to 48 hours. And that gave them kind of like, here's the overlay of everything, including chapter events, volunteer and sponsorship opportunities. And we got a lot of great response off of that. Keeping with the personal touch, we also started sending out personal reminder emails at 30, 60, and 90 days from membership renewal. And again, we've received a lot of good feedback from members asking questions or, hey, I'm thinking about renewing, what's a committee that I can get involved in? So we've had a lot of great success with that too. One of the things that needed to be revamped was an actual marketing plan for our committee. So we worked really hard on that. So, we get some great incentives from Global. Currently, we have our own chapter incentives. So this is my short shameless plug. Through June 14th, for any new members, it is 20% off using promo code Chicago20. That's a capital C and then 20. That is good through June 14th. So we use, our email blasts, our social media posts, chapter event slides. So we've promoted that in a variety of ways. we've also taken more of a recognition approach, which is something that we've also done on the Leadership and Development Committee as well. So each month we highlight both the new and renewing members on our social media channels. So just to kind of give them a little shout out and say, hey, we appreciate you. We've also made a really good effort of promoting our membership grant opportunities, which the next grant deadline is July 15th. And then also highlighting our membership days. We did 3 virtual membership days this year with different themes, and we also did times of day so we could accommodate busy schedules. And then we continued implementing our membership sign-up tables at each of the events. We also have special name badges that we wear. And we also do color-coded stickers to identify new members and non-members so we can try and convert some of those non-members. And if you hadn't heard, we're very, very proud that we were named Committee of the Year. So that was very exciting for our committee. You know, I am stepping off the board. Katrina is coming off of membership after a 5-year run. So we have great leadership in line for next year, and they'll continue to carry out this performance.
And you did a great job. I don't have anything to add.
Phenomenal story. This is incredible work. Well-deserved Committee of the Year. And let's bring Anna Hess, our Director of Leadership, into the conversation.
Yes, so this is the other half of membership. Anna has done a phenomenal job this year. One of the biggest tasks that we took on was revamping the annual awards descriptions, as well as introducing 2 new awards. The 2 new ones were Idea of Champion of Change from the Idea Committee, and then we consolidated Young Professionals and Tomorrow's Leader into Emerging Leader Award. The other big move that we made was we moved the Kathy Osterman Industry Award, and we're going to change that to be awarded every 5 years. So the next time it'll be awarded is fiscal year 2025, 2026, and it'll also coincide with the chapter's milestone anniversaries. We also, you know, when you're nominating people, it always tends to be, oh, shoot, what did that person do within like the last month that I can remember? So we decided to do rolling nominations to encourage award nominations throughout the year. So be ready starting close to July 1 to get ready to nominate for the 2023-2024 chapter awards. We also know that a lot of our committees need some good people to volunteer. So if you're on this call and you're not on a committee, we'll find you. But if you want to take a proactive role, we currently have a jobs board available under committee descriptions. So those will be updated and quarterly on the chapter website under committee descriptions. So you can find your new home on a wonderful committee within the chapter. We also reintroduced the Spotlight Award program. We also held 2 leadership days, 1 in person and 1 virtually. And then a few things that we're just wrapping up is establishing a quarterly volunteer recruitment email to promote volunteerism within the chapter. Again, I can't say enough about getting involved within the chapter. If you're looking to make the most out of your membership, that's how you do it. We also have created a timeline and formal process for thanking volunteers, outgoing board members, and co-chairs. And we're currently wrapping up development of a leadership pipeline, which will extend into the 2023-2024 chapter year. Anna, I don't know if you have anything else to add.
Well, the only other thing 2 other things I'd like to add quickly is just, it's been an amazing year. I'm just so happy and I've loved all the feedback we've gotten from the other committees on what we can do to better the chapter from the leadership and development side. And we just love that collaboration. And then also, you know, just would like to share that our goal of restacking committees is working. You know, I'm excited to share that in even the last week, we've already placed 1 to 2 people on new committees. So, you know, working really, really closely with membership to get those new members on a committee right away. So excited about that.
All right. You guys have had a busy year. Amazing, amazing work. Thank you. Now we'll hand it over to Allison Hines, VP of Special Events, and Jessica Lindberg, Director of Holiday Party and Golf Classic.
Awesome. Thanks, Heather. You'll all be hearing from me for a little bit now. I have all 4 of my special events coming up. So first with holiday party, this year we had 147 attendees with a net revenue of $16,707.01. Our goal was $15,000. So we were very excited to exceed that this year. This was our second year offering the event in January to see how attendance would do. And then this year we did add an educational aspect portion to the event for the first time with great success. It helped increase our planner attendance by 6%, which has been a major focus for us within the special events team. And also we had 50% of our attendees signed up for the education and networking. So we had phenomenal results. I won't talk too much about it just in case education does. But it really helped change how this event is attended and who attends. We had a great push from our committee to really secure those silent auction packages and giving trees, as we know that's a big priority to our attendees of this event. Jess is actually at a conference right now, so I'll be presenting on both of our behalf. So thank you. Over to the Golf Classic, which just happened this Monday. This was a second year repeat for this committee of winning committee of the year. And they're going to put everyone for a run for their money for a 3rd year in a row next year. We had 179 attendees, which is a 20% increase from attendance in 2022. So it's wonderful to see that, golf has always been a very successful and revenue driving event for the chapter, but it's great to see more people are attending. And that was golfers, non-golfers, and just reception only attendees. So there is a piece of it for everyone at golf, not just those who are golfers. What I'm most excited to share is that this committee really exceeded all expectations and goals. Out of their cash sponsorship goal of $20,000, they actually raised almost $48,000. This is done year over year by their cultivating their sponsor relationships and making sure that those sponsors are feeling appreciated and acknowledged and taken care of throughout the entire process. So that is a huge shout out to our team. The event actually also way exceeded their revenue goals for a goal of $56,000 and some change. So I can't thank the golf committee enough for their tireless efforts throughout the year. Marketing was a huge focus for this committee as well. Want to give a shout out to the co-chair, one of the co-chairs, Michael Highland. He really put the efforts behind that. So hopefully you saw our social media posts and emails. This committee also is known for being longstanding of having year-over-year retention, and that's just really due to them meeting in person and getting together, going to the venue as much as possible so they know what's happening and communicating all around. And this committee, they don't stop now. The week before, they already had a on hold for 2024 and looking up for the future. So a huge shout out and thank you to Adam Hudd, Micah Highland, Aldis, I'm going to butcher his last name, and then Bill as well, Bill Graber. So that's all I have to say about golf, which is a lot. So thank you. Next special event. Oh, sorry, you're an intro. Back to you, Heather.
Yes, no, taking it right back to you, Allison, and also bringing in our director of Trivia Night and Awards, Jamie Sowski.
Yeah. So I'll go through and then Jamie, if you're on the call, if you have anything else to add, please do. Trivia Night took place September of last year. We had 111 attendees, which was an 11% increase from 2022. So excited to see this event growing back to its pre-pandemic levels and possibilities. They hit a revenue goal of $11,930, which is only $845 away from goal. So super excited to hit goal this year. They did exceed their sponsorship goal for a total of $6,500. This is really due to the planner reception that was brought back this year and sponsored by Memphis Tourism, Visit Omaha, and Greater Birmingham Convention and Visitors Bureau. So without their support, we definitely couldn't have hit our goal. And it was a great way to kind of bring back other, I guess, features to this event that we've had in the past and try to create something new. This committee also did a phenomenal job of keeping expenses low as they were building their sponsorship pipeline and registration. They always made sure to keep expenses as low as possible so we could hit our goals as close as possible. I don't know if Jamie's on to share, but I'll go on to annual awards, which also just took place in May. This was the first time we've done in May in many years, at least since I've been a part of the chapter. So it was nice to see us really trying something new under special events. How can we change up our events this year, make them look different, make them more accessible to our membership and attendees. Happy to report back that it was a huge success moving it to May. We had 194 attendees. Our goal was 185, so exceeded that and had a 33% increase from 2022. We are also very close to this committee, less than $1,000 away from goal, which is still a huge success for, 2 special events exceeding their goal and 2 getting so close.
Okay.
A true highlight and showcase for this event was that they reached $9,000 in cash sponsorship. So big kudos to the team creating new sponsorship packages that were appealing to our community. We did bring back the plated dinner aspect for this year, which I think was a huge success and received very well from our attendees. And we are looking to do that again next year if possible. We also rebranded the opening reception to be the nominee reception. This committee wanted to make sure that everyone in any part of the awards nominations process or award winners felt acknowledged and appreciated. So we did that for the first time this year, and I think it went over very successfully. We also brought back past award winners to be award presenters of the categories that they had won. And to give out those awards again. And then we couldn't have done this and been successful without the award selection committee. So thank you to them and their partnership throughout the year.
Great. Thank you so much, Allison and Jessica and Jamie. Incredible year. Let's turn this over to our education programs team. I'm Sarah Broderick, VP of Education, and Director of Programs, Stephanie Sweeney.
Hi, everybody. Sarah Broderick here, and just want to talk a little bit about education. So I'm going to talk about education programs, educational events, and education content. And Stephanie Sweeney was our wonderful Director of Programs, which consists of Summer Knowledge Share, Holiday Party, Education, and Winter Knowledge Share, which was a virtual event. So we don't have all the numbers and the stats that the events committee does. Education programs typically do make money, but not as robust as perhaps golf. But I will talk a little bit about the events and just share with you. So Summer Knowledge Share was interesting. We did combine Leadership Day, Summer Knowledge Share, and New Member Mixer. So that was pretty tricky to do, having 3 events in one day. Although we made it work, it was actually a really fantastic, successful day. Our speaker, Samantha Evans, spoke on accessibility in events, and she was amazing. Fantastic speaker, and it'd be a really great program. The next one, Holiday Party Education. I spoke with a board member when I arrived at the holiday party before the education, and I said, what are your thoughts? And she's like, this is going to be a disaster. And we both kind of were like so worried about it. It was amazing. Bunny and I sat in the back of the room and counted, and we had twice as many people as we expected. So we really liked it. And of course, we're going to do it again this coming year, in the next year. So we were thrilled with how that turned out. And with the stats that you saw earlier, it did increase our planner numbers, which is the goal, truly. So that was a really fantastic event. The virtual Winter Knowledge Share, we talked about cultural intelligence. Melissa Acosta was our speaker, and she was also delightful. Solid attendance. We achieved our goal and came super close to our revenue goal. And with the virtual one, getting sponsors, it's tricky, but we did a really good job on that. Stephanie, if you are on the call, I'm not sure if you have anything to add. Not sure if Stephanie's on. All right, we'll go ahead and skip ahead.
All right, let's pull our Director of Educational Events, Barb Ballagaris, into the conversation with Sarah.
Thank you. So 2 of the events that are under the educational events umbrella are Signature Lunch and Industry Exchange. Actually, and I should back up really quick as it relates to Stephanie's committees. We had very small committees for those events, and Stephanie did a fantastic job at keeping it together with very small committees. So want to go same with Barb and her teams. So Signature Lunch, we had a lean, mean team led by Cheryl Oswald and Julie Knowles. And they did a fantastic job at pulling off a really phenomenal event. Signature Lunch had Laura Schwartz, who was a phenomenal speaker, great energy. We exceeded our attendance at this, our sponsored goals, and we did not exceed our budget revenue, but we came really, really close. So it was just a really great event. We've already secured the same venue for the next year. And if anyone knows Michelle Obama or has any contacts with getting Michelle Obama, that's who we want for next year. We really want to keep that as like just a really amazing high level event where we have just a fantastic speaker that just draws attendees. And we just really knocked it out of the park with that one. Industry Exchange was also a very successful event, achieved our attendance. I think we made our revenue goals by about $700. We achieved them by about $750. Keynote speaker Courtney Lohman was delightful, had really positive post-event reviews. And as with the other, we did have other committees involved or other, associations involved. And really Sharon Azamek just did such a fantastic job at running the committees and keeping it together. And Sharon, if you are on this call, well done. And with the leadership of Barb, we just did a fantastic job at pulling up Industry Exchange, and we are working on the same venue for next year. So fingers crossed on that one. It really just turned out well. And we did, like I said, we did really well with achieving our goals. And last but not least is education content.
And our director of content is Bunny Lee.
So content is the team that puts together our content. They secure the speakers for the chapters 5 educational events. We really had a very strong focus on IDEA initiatives, which is inclusivity, diversity, equity, and accessibility, and a really wide range of topics. So Bunny and the co-chairs, Jennifer Charles and Andrew Fuller, did a great job at really making sure that we hit all the buttons, ticked off all the boxes when figuring out who we had speak during the year. We did way better at securing people in a very timely manner than before. And we've got some new initiatives coming up where we're going to have a focus group to find out what we can do more to increase attendance at events with future educational offerings, in addition to working on a speaker database. And I skipped over, but last but not least, we saved the chapter, Bunny and her negotiating skills, $8,000 in speaker fees. So we did have a solid budget for it, and we ended up just being able to negotiate really well and save $8,000, which, you know, coming off a pandemic year, this was really important to us to hit that. So if Bunny has any thing she did have a meeting. I'm not sure if she's on, but if she has anything to add, thank you so much.
I'm here, but you covered everything. Thank you.
Thanks, Bunny.
Amazing job in education this year. Thanks so much, ladies. Okay, next on our docket is our VP of Communications, Ali Shebeck, and our Director of Marketing, Anita Rodriguez.
Hi, everybody. We in the Marcom committee had a very busy year, thanks to all of our committees for submitting really great content for all of our social channels. And much like a lot of our committees this year, Anita and I really started off pretty bare bones at the beginning of the year. So, you know, my biggest success was that we were able to recruit 6 new members to our committee and get them onboarded. And Anita really led the charge in really, really successful onboarding, lots of touch bases with our new committee members and making sure to get the right people in the right places to be successful throughout the year. We also took on the task of rebranding our monthly newsletter. So if you have seen that come through, which I hope you're all subscribed, you saw that we renamed it to The Point, got it a new fresh update that's more in line with our MPI branding guidelines, and have consolidated some information. But it's all, you know, the best information that all of our chapter members are really looking to see each month rather than twice a month and, you know, getting bogged down with too many emails in your inbox. We also this year got a chapter Canva account, and that way all of our committees have access and ability to create their own social content, which has resulted in a lot more content coming through all of our channels. You no longer have to wait for somebody else to create the content for you. Everybody can design their work. And, we've already seen committees designing stuff on site. When they go to a venue, they're inspired and they're able to make a new post within minutes, which is amazing. And another thing we wanted to highlight is, none of our committees are anything without our volunteers. And we had some really, really incredible volunteers this year. We had 4 Spotlight Award winners throughout the year and 3 winners of our annual awards. So huge shout out to Dallas Golden, who won the October 2022 Spotlight Award, and he was just named Supplier of the Year last month. Kathy Horkey was our February Spotlight Award winner. Chris Grace was our March Spotlight Award winner. And then our co-chairs, Sandy Carlson and Laura Harris, were named Planner of the Year and Emerging Leaders, respectively. We could not have succeeded this year without all of them. We're super grateful. So moving on to some quick metrics from our social channels. You can see LinkedIn here. We grew our following tremendously. Last year, we were at 636 followers. Now we're up to 900 followers. And our engagement rate has gone up from last year, which means that people are, engaging with our posts a lot more and enjoying the content that we're putting out. And our most liked post on LinkedIn this year was Spotlight Award winner Sean Thorndike. So congrats, Sean. You're our most liked post on LinkedIn. We can go to the next slide. On Facebook, we also increased our following. We're up to 2.1 thousand fans, up about 15% from this time last year. And our post engagement also went up a lot. You can see overall we're at 3.2 thousand engagements, whereas last year we were only at 2.1. So again, lots of content that people are enjoying, reacting to. Our content is not just going out to the void. Our chapter is really responding to it. And again, our top post on Facebook this year was Spotlight Award winner Antoinette Gonzalez. So congrats, Antoinette. Everybody was very excited for you to win that award. Next slide. For Instagram, you can see we again have increased our following just a bit, just about 5%, up to 1.2 thousand. We increased our overall number of posts this year as well, which again is in turn thanks to all of our really great committees submitting excellent content for us to keep the chapter up to speed on everything we're doing. And again, our engagement rate has increased. So we're getting more comments, more likes, more shares on all of our posts. And our top post on Instagram this year was our award nominee announcement. So shout out to the Leadership and Development Committee for really pushing through those awards and getting so many nominations this year and really deserving individuals. Anita, anything I missed?
Just to thank everyone, the chapter members, the support of the leadership team, all the engagement that we've had and the opportunity to help market all the events could not be possible without everyone involved. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
That's
ladies.
it for marketing.
Great. Thank you. And our last department, I'd like to introduce our Vice President of IDEA, Tanya Michigan.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. So we did our committee. I'm incredibly proud to have been a part of this group. We accomplished so much this year in such a short amount of time. And so to all you IDEA committee members, if you're on, raise your hand. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So excited to continue the important work that we started and really building future IDEA initiatives for the organization. Things to note, we created a brand new IDEA webpage within the MPI Chicago website. I'm chatting the link to everybody right now, so take a look. There's a lot of incredible resources in that webpage. We also have our own IDEA logo, which Dallas Golden designed for us last year, so check it out. We introduced for the first time a membership demographic survey at the chapter level. Thank you to everybody who did complete it. We did have an amazing response rate. Out of 478 emails sent, 108 responded, which is actually a 23% completion rate, which is outstanding. And then I thought we could go over some of the results from the survey. Heather, if you don't mind pulling that up when you have a moment. And just to note, the survey does also live permanently on the website within the idea section of the website, as well as under the new member, the membership section of the website. And thank you to the membership committee. They've now included the link when sending out new member welcome packets. And of course, the survey is always voluntary. Everything is confidential, but it's really important that we continue to gather this information so that we can, as the leadership, we can customize our programming to meet our members' needs. So what you'll see here, just some points I wanna mention. This is the age range of our membership. Again, keeping in mind that about only a quarter of our membership completed this survey, but where we could do some work is, within the 18 to 29 demographic. Some things to consider is, collaborating with local colleges and universities so that they're aware of the organization, contacting the heads of marketing and hospitality programs at these institutions to see how we can partner with them, offering internships to students who want to get into the industry, maybe even finding scholarship opportunities that MPI can offer to them that they can apply for, and also just inviting students to our educational programs, perhaps including that as part of our hosted planner program. Next slide, please. So gender, obviously this is predominantly a female based on those that filled out the survey. There's no surprise there, but again, I think doing some extra work within the community and trying to understand why we don't have more male identifying folks as part of the organization is something to consider and to take on. Next slide, please. This is great. So the next two slides, we're going to show you work zip codes versus home zip codes. A lot of the time, our members have been very open and honest about what about having events in the suburbs, right? And we heard you, we listened. We actually have, our golf event is in the suburbs. Our trivia night event in September is in the suburbs, and we're going to continue offering programs that are in the city and in the suburbs to make it more accommodating and more inclusive to all of our members. But I want to point out is that here you'll see, 53% of people who filled the survey out, they work in the city, 38% work in the suburbs. That 9% is out of state. If you go to the next slide, please, Heather. Home zip codes, you'll see here, 43% of folks live in the suburbs and 47% live in the city. So there's not that much, difference there. But either way, and in the spirit of inclusion, we are going to continue to diversify where we hold our events. And if anybody has any suggestions or host venues that they want to introduce to us in these areas, you know who to call. Reach out to Erica and Adam with Finance and Partner Development Committee. Thank you. How would you describe yourself? Predominantly white or Caucasian. So, this is something that as an organization that we can really learn from. So how do we diversify our membership when it comes to race and ethnicity? And again, that's getting involved with partnering with local, other local professional organizations and advocacy groups within diverse communities. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. Partnering with other meeting industry associations and organizations to, celebrate diverse topics, share best practices, share ideas on how we can, diversify our membership for all organizations within the industry. Taking part in job fairs in, in and around diverse communities. Things of that nature, but this is something that, I really want the organization to develop, to grow and develop, and it's going to be a long game, project. Highest level of education, bachelor's degree, master's degree, high school diploma. So again, seeing that, what is that? I can't see. There's 77% of the folks who filled the survey out, they have bachelor's degrees. Another testament to us developing partnerships with the local colleges and universities. Next slide, please. Marital status. Next slide, please. Annual household income. This is great. This is awesome. This is, hey, if you come into the industry, you're going to do all right. So hopefully this will attract a younger audience too, to get them in the meetings and events industry. Next slide, please. Employment status. Great. Do you identify as a person with accessibility needs? Thank you. This is something that we really started to focus on this past fiscal year, identifying what, accessibility accommodations are, asking our members when they're registering for an event, hey, is there any way that we can accommodate you should you have a disability that we don't know of. So that's something that has been on everyone's radar. And I really want to thank my fellow leadership and our membership and our partners for embracing this. And we're going to continue to grow this, especially with digital accessibility in the next fiscal year. Next slide, please. And then these are just from some free form comments. Thank you for those of you who filled this out again, but somebody with who's neurodivergent made a comment. Some things that we need to keep in mind is smells, sounds, bright lights. Those can be triggering for those of us who are neurodivergent, and having a calm space or room where they can go decompress to come back to participate. We had visual impairment. Again, going back to digital accessibility is really learning what that is and what we can provide to help our members that may have vision impairments or hearing impairments. How long you've been in the industry? This is also amazing. And I think all of us here can say once you're in it, because we love it so much, and mostly because of the people. Next slide, please. Planner or supplier? This is great, right? Look at this. So we have based on those who filled out the survey, 52% planner versus the 42% supplier. So how do we really get more planners to attend our events and making our membership really aware of our hosted planner program will be key in this next fiscal year so that we can continue to grow our planner audience. And then again, just some free form comments. This is the last slide, but accessibility is often overlooked, but it's important that it be considered. Thanks for doing the survey. Thankful for creating the survey. I like being a member of MPI. More suburban events. We heard you, we listened, we're going to do that. So thank you again to everybody who filled this out. And if anybody has any questions or would like for me to send you these results, happy to do so. I'll put my email in the chat, okay? And then just to finish, to wrap up, we did, create the Idea Champion of Change Award, which was just presented for its first time at the awards gala. Looking forward to seeing that be presented year after year. Thank you to the awards committee and leadership development committee for your collaboration on that. I want to give a shout out to the marketing communications committee. You've been an incredible partner with the Idea committee. We created a section of the monthly e-newsletter called Idea Insights that our committee contributes to, as well as we've really contributed to MPI's social media presence across all social media channels by posting about special, DEI observances and holidays. Our committee's liaison program, we have each of our committee members is assigned to other committees throughout the organization to help, serve as a guide and resource for anything IDEA related. Event checklists for accessibility, dietary restrictions, pronouns, things like that. So we'll continue to grow that program. I also want to give a shout out to the Partner Development Committee and Finance. We worked together. We created a supplier diversity database. So what we did was we audited our chapter partners and sponsors from 2018 to current. And you will see soon, we're going to send out an email to try and collect diverse business information. We did create the vendor diversity form that will be introduced in the new fiscal year, excuse me. And again, all of these, the form and everything is voluntary, but our goal is to then, the next fiscal year for 2024-25, allocate a percentage of our annual budget to supporting diverse businesses. More to come on that. Stay tuned. Keep your eyes out. And then lastly, the IDEA committee, many of the members on our committee have been on the committee since its inception 2 years ago, and they've committed to stay on again for the 3rd consecutive year. And I'm happy to announce that our committee has grown, and we now have a total of 13 volunteer committee members. So it's a testament to the work we're doing and a testament to our members and our membership that are so supportive and really want to get involved in this important work. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Tanya. That was an amazing report out. So I hope everybody is as proud of the chapter leadership, our committee co-chairs and our committee members as I am. The work this year was terrific. So thank you, everyone. And now is time to take a look into the future. And I'd love to introduce your president-elect. She will be president in 22 days, Hilary Saurer, who works at Levy at Ravinia Festivals.
Thank you, Heather, so much. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining today. I am honored to work with all of you and excited for our organization and really passionate for this, for us and for everybody that's within our membership. I would love to take a moment to pay homage to Heather Brown and her excellent tenure as president this past year. Heather is truly the definition of leaving something better than you found it in all areas of her life, and I'm really lucky to call her my friend. Let's throw some hearts out there to show Heather how much we all love her. Heather, you can advance if you don't mind to the next slide. Thank you for doing that. So what's next? What's coming up? I must say that these are some of my favorite images. Thank you to Jessica and team that we've captured within our organization. So I wanted to share that this year I am really focused on our membership. I really think that it is all about you. And I'm listening, I'm here, and I really want to represent the volunteers in our organization. We have such a great chapter full of community that I would love to help our industry family of volunteers feel more connected and have more learning opportunities. As Tanya mentioned, we've heard your desire for more events in the suburbs. Leadership Day on August 2nd is at Ravinia Festival. Trivia Night in September is in the suburbs. And of course, we will continue our focus for golf in 2024 to remain in the suburbs. We've also heard that timing of the day really matters to our membership. Our education program on July 12th is a breakfast, and we look forward to seeing you all there. Can't wait to take on some new risks, question what we've always done, ask the why, and more than anything, I can't wait to have fun. I also really look forward to expanding the membership experience by keeping retention high, keeping recruiting, and also build our volunteer numbers even further than we are. I would love to encourage new members to not only join a committee, but also consider smaller bite-sized projects to help a specific event or committee if it works better for that person's schedule or time of year. I also would love to have a better and more strategic content plan with incorporation of DEI and accessibility into everything that we do. Now I always have the fun slide, right? Of fiscal responsibility. Of course, it's very important that we have a balanced budget, that we plan ahead, that we have new and unique sponsorship opportunities, whether it be in kind, cash, And of course, be very diligent about our expense management. It's so important that we are creative in our thinking and come out with some out of the box ideas to try and expand our chapter, but also remain responsible. Next slide. Save the date. We are really excited to say that the chapter has worked really hard this year to work ahead and secure many of our venues for our upcoming programs for this upcoming fiscal year. You'll note that we have venues for most of our events with dates, so mark them down. And we're taking some risks. We really want to continue our traditions, but we want to try some new things. We're going to move the holiday party back to December. We are definitely going to continue our education portion beforehand, but we also need your support. We need your attendance. We need your sponsorship. Please think about that in whatever capacity it means to you or your company. I look forward to engaging with all of you, and all of our volunteers will benefit greatly for your contributions. I am thrilled to present our 2023-2024 Board of Directors to you all. Each and every person selected for this year gives their time and dedication on a daily basis, and I can't wait to see what we accomplish this year. I respect and admire each of these individuals so much. Our board meetings are open to everyone, so if you're ever interested in attending one of these, the dates, times, and locations will be up on the website soon. Please also check our regular newsletter for great updates and conversations happening within our chapter. Thanks so much.
Okay, well, now we are going to perform the installation of the 2023-2024 Board of Directors. So I will hand this over to our friend and past MPI-CAC President, Carrie Miller.
I'm so honored to be able to do the installation of the new board. Congratulations to all of you. Super exciting. So here we go. To the officers and directors of the 2023-2024 Board of Directors, noblesse oblige, privilege entails responsibility. On behalf of the membership of the Chicago area chapter of Meeting Professionals International, I ask all of you, are you willing to accept the trust placed in you by your peers? If so, answer I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will.
Do you agree to serve to the best of your ability?
I will.
I do.
I do.
I will.
All right.
I will.
Do you agree to abide by the bylaws and policies of the Meeting Professionals International, Meeting Professionals International and of the chapter?
I do.
I do.
Well,
Adhere to the principles of professional conduct and ethics?
I
will. I
will.
I will.
And fulfill all the responsibilities of your particular office?
I will.
I will.
I will.
And therefore, do you accept the responsibilities that will come with the privilege of serving as a chapter officer and the director of the Chicago area board?
I do.
I do.
Wonderful. To you, the chapter members, do you, the members of Chicago area chapter of MPI, agree to support these persons whom you have elected to serve as your officers and board members? If so, answer, I will. I will.
I will.
I will.
Therefore, with the powers vested in me as an MPI member in good standing and as a member of the board of directors or a past member, I now declare the 2023-2024 Chicago area chapter board of directors installed. Congratulations.
Woo. Thank you, Carrie. Excellent. Well, we purposely left a few minutes for any questions that anyone might have regarding any of the department report outs. I have not been able to check the chat because I'm sharing my screen. I'm not sure if any questions have come through, but please feel free to speak up if you have any questions about this last fiscal year. All right. Okay, well, thanks everyone for being here today. It was a tremendous year, and I have no doubt that the team next year is going to pick up what we all did this year and make it even better and keep moving the chapter forward. Definitely in good hands. So thanks everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Like I said, this will be posted on our YouTube channel if you'd like to revisit it, or if you have any friends or colleagues who have missed it, they'll be able to watch the recording. And on behalf of our entire board of directors, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.